Beautiful and lovely gamers, my name is Jonal. I'm finally, hopefully at least back. I've been in and out for my doctors for some time, kind of trying to manage the pain from my illness. And I think I'm back now. Sorry for the inconvenience, but while I was gone, there's only one thing that I've been thinking about, and that is the idea for a Genji buff that I actually think working. And you might be like, but Jonal, aren't you the guy that every time we ask you, should Genji get a buff, that you say, no, he's fine, he's in a good spot. And that's kind of true. So Genji is one of those heroes that is just, if you know how to play him and you can put in the win condition, he can be just like incredibly strong. But again, it's, as I've said for a long time, in a lot of the current metas have been for a very long time, outside of low ranked in solo queue, it is very much fighting an uphill battle. Like, there's so many heroes you can play that's just better and just like an easier pick, right? A lot of time that was Hanzo, a lot of time that's Doomfist right now before the nerfs comes in probably, and so there's just a lot of heroes that you can play that suits a DPS playstyle that just fits better than Genji does. But he's such a flexible pick, and also it's because I think there's way too many people that one blames, you know, the fact that they're bad on Genji on the fact that they are, you know, oh, he's just a bad hero, that's why I'm losing, when they're playing the hero wrong. And I know it is because a private coach, so many individual, by the way, if you want to hire me as a private coach, it doesn't matter if you bronze stuff 100, it's 50 euros for a 2-hour session. Hit me up on a Discord server down below if you want to improve and rank up in the game. See that? I'm actually starting to kind of segue into my kind of advertisement. I know, it's amazing. By the way, have you seen the new Genji skin? It's like right on the screen right now. It's fucking amazing. Imagine that shit with golden weapons. But a lot of people are blaming Genji's state for the reason that they're losing on him, which sometimes is true. And a lot of people that want like insane, like radical buffs. They want like, oh, we want 8-second Dragon Blades back, or we want like Genji's cooldowns to be halved, or we want like stuff like that, like insane stuff. We want melee canceling to not be a thing anymore, so like you can melee, like spam melee, right click and melee all the time. There's like a lot of things that people just want, which just sounds radical. So my idea for a Genji buff, which I think will not make him like a overpowered powerhouse, which you have to be scared of when it comes to Genji because of the utility, the flexibility, and the versatility of the hero. You need to be scared to make him too much of a powerhouse. When it comes to Genji, the one buff which I think that doesn't make him that, but still makes him much easier and better to play for a lot of Genji players now, without like lowering the skill floors or what it takes to actually access the hero's true power, is to increase his shuriken damage by 2 damage. That's all I'm asking for. Not 3, not 4, not 76, 2. And this doesn't sound like a lot, but if you start doing the math on it, it actually adds up quite a lot. It essentially does that. A lot of kills that you wouldn't be able to get now, and a lot of like finishes that would take you an additional cast time of your shuriken, will not be happening. And essentially it's inflating for power creeps. Power creeps are essentially the fact that, imagine in early game development of a game, heroes are at a certain level, right? And someone that's really OP in the beginning is not OP, 18 seasons later, when there's new heroes and buffs and patches that have been happening to compensate for these new heroes. So this is inflation. It's the same with Tracer getting an increased range on her guns and essentially putting the damage drop-off to happen a little bit, making sure that the damage drop-off is at a better place. That is what this does for Genji. So if you look at the screen right now, this is his current damage model. So he does 28 per shuriken and he can land anywhere between 1 to 6. So either triple headshot or 1 to the body. Meaning that his damage model is 28, 56, 84, 112, 140, 168. That is his general damage model. This you can see, for example, lines up with stuff like if you want to one-shot a Tracer, you need to land all 3 headshots in the dash. All 3. Or else you can't do it. And even landing 2 headshots with your shurikens in a right click and then meleeing her will still not kill a 150 HP hero. So if you can right click melee and shoot the head and then a melee, you still will not kill a Tracer or a Baby D, but you still will have to then wait for the melee animation to go down and then right click once more. If you add a new damage model, so if you increase the damage by 2, so the base damage is 30 per shuriken, it's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, and 180 damage. And you can see how this starts. So first of all, to one-shot a Tracer now, all you need to do is land 5 shurikens. Or you need to land 4 shurikens, 2 to the head, and 1 melee. Any damage model right now, with the new patch, you can exchange 1 shuriken for a melee instead. Okay? Because melee does 30 and a shuriken does 30. So if you're lacking only 1 shuriken in your damage combo right now, in this new system, you can swap it out for a melee. On top of that, this does that if we look at the heroes on the HP scale of enemy heroes. So then we, for example, we'll just start at the bottom. If a hero has 150 health, you need to land 5 shurikens, or you need to land 4 shurikens and a melee, depending on what you want. Compared to a new system where you need to land 6 shurikens, okay? All 3 headshots, okay? On a 200 HP hero, which is the normal standard thing, so Zenyatta's and Ana's and Kreese and Hanzo's, you would normally need to land 8 shurikens. Now you need to land 7. On a 250 HP hero, you still need to land 9 shurikens to be able to breach the kill. You will still do more damage, but it won't breach 150. The math doesn't go up. On a 300 HP hero, you need 10 shurikens instead of 11. On a 400 HP hero, you need 13 instead of 15. On a 500 HP hero, you need 17 instead of 18. And on a 600 HP hero, you need 20 instead of 22. That is the power of this buff. It essentially does that. In certain scenarios, you will need 1 shuriken less to get the kill than what you normally would, which is just a quality of life. Does you can get a couple of kills a little bit faster. Also does that essentially, instead of having this 28, 56, 84, right, where it doesn't really round up correctly, it's 30, 60, 90. It's always rounded up numbers, meaning you will faster hit the proper rounded up number. This also does that, you know, traded with a little bit extra health from an opponent. For example, if one of your teammates is attacking something and you are joining in, you will help be able to burst it faster, but it does not give him faster shield break. Like 2 extra shield break per shuriken, or, 6 per burst is not the difference between you being able to bust the Original shield faster, right? It doesn't help with that. It doesn't help at all with that. It doesn't scale his ultimate incredibly, like, a lot faster with such a small damage increase. It's not like you get insane more, like, faster ult shots or faster shield break, or he becomes a tank buster, or you can all of a sudden start out-dueling McCrees and soldiers and Hanzos and Widows at longer ranges. It doesn't do any of that. It just does that when you're finally engaging somebody, or when you're in closer fights and clutches fight, you will need less shurikens to do so, meaning you will normally need 1 less burst, meaning you can get a faster kill of a couple of seconds. Like it is significantly enough for close quarters and fast kills, right? If you go and check out Genji's fire rate, it will essentially give him about a second-ish time faster kills. And also because that some of the melee stuff he can do now, he can now alternate with a right click melee, meaning he can burst heroes faster. That is not supposed to be burst as fast, but instead of giving them time to react and pop a ability that makes them immune or recall or something like that, so it allows you to do that. Also does that some of the healing that has been power creeped up, such as like the old break armor pack and so on, the supports needs fast reaction time to actually deal with you, as you can burst much faster and you don't have to wait for throw, wait, or throw melee, and okay, now they're done with like a little bit of health, and now I'm regaining, and now right click once more. All that takes an incredible more time. Essentially will just speed up some of these processes in the burst without making it unfair. And I don't think this will make anything unfair. It won't feel like Genji's overpowered, but it will do that the Genji player themselves can get a kill a little bit faster and get out faster, or chain it onto more kills, giving him a little bit more an advantage. And that is in my opinion, a good buff. It's not a significant buff. It's not like this will make Genji insanely meta, but it will help make that very steep angle that you have right now, both in scrims and, well, you rarely play Genji in scrims, but just back here. But in scrims and in ranked, make that hill a little bit less, so that he has more, so he's more competitive viable. And especially when we now see like stuff like Tracers getting a buff, and there's some changes into dive, I think that this would be a nice way to, again, help him get a little bit more centralized into the picture. So that's what I think. I think that this is a really good buff. I would like to hear your suggestions and ideas down below. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Is there anything else that you wanted to give him? I think that this just hits like a real nice spot without making him feel too unfair to people that play against him, but also making it feel like it's actually something that will help the Genji player in some scenarios. So yeah, I would like to hear your comments down below. Thank you guys for staying with me, even though my illness has been acting up and I haven't been uploading and all that kind of stuff, and liking the videos, which does help out. Again, the weird YouTube algorithm, which just does stuff from time, which is nice. It's fine. It's not like I want views on my videos. It's fine. Okay, so I hope to see you guys around. Please subscribe, bell notification. Again, if you want to hire me as a private coach, 50 euros for a 2-hour session. Doesn't matter what hero you play or what rank you are in, bronze, top 500. Just hit me up on Discord server and we can set up a session and I can help you improve and rank up at the game. I love you guys very much. Please take care, stay positive, and as always, my name is Jonal, and you guys keep getting me.